guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about a growing trend that's going around where many people feel like if you're a Christian or follow the early church, yet you voted Republican, conservative, or you believe in capitalism, or you are a Trump supporter, then somehow those things are at odds with each other. So let's just talk about that now. First of all, they're completely different. So of course they don't align themselves completely. The state and the church are not the same and do not have similar goals. However, many misinterpret some of the early church practices to be a roadmap for governments to operate. This is simply not the case, even though there is crossover in many philosophical arenas. As an example, the early church sold all their possessions and lived as a community with everyone having the same. Does this mean they were promoting communism? Jesus said things like not worrying about tomorrow, or if you'll have food to eat or clothes to wear, or not storing up treasures on this earth and not loving money, etc. Is he saying it's wrong to prepare for retirement or making a good living is wrong? Do these teachings contradict my beliefs about capitalism and conservatism? To understand these things, you have to understand the context. What is right for your family might not be what's right for every family. You might live in a commune where everyone lives in one accord and shares all their money and possessions. The key factor is that everyone is bought in and is voluntarily invested. There's nothing wrong with this, and it actually can work out good. What if you want to upscale this, though, to a larger local community, a county, a state, or a country of 330 million people? It doesn't work. Why? Some people aren't bought in. They don't want to and don't agree with the plan, but it only works financially if everyone takes part. So to make it work, you have to force people to be a part of it. Take their money and control them. Now you have a disaster. An idea that works at a very local level with everyone being willing doesn't work at bigger levels when you force the unwilling to join without a choice. If you think about it, your family operates like this. You're going to make sure all your kids have the same access to food and shelter and the same opportunities. But you can't upscale this unless 100% of the participants are willing to join. Communism at large scale is evil. It is about controlling people. The promises might seem good, but the cost is insanely destructive. So Jesus' words about these things and the early church practices were very good and worked perfectly. These practices can be great for your personal walk with God today, but they aren't meant to be institutionalized to control people. It would be like trying to force people to be a Christian. It's just not right or moral. I might decide to sell everything I have tomorrow and give it to the poor. That doesn't mean others should be made to do that same thing. In my opinion, it's just good people with good intentions, not using any wisdom. Something might work great for you, your family, your church, your community. That doesn't mean it should be forced on others and upscaled to a larger community. The left will speak of communism, or its less aggressive sibling socialism, as if it's the virtuous thing. They will speak about diversity, equity, and inclusion as if they're the moral things, while acting like meritocracy is bad, for example. They see the good aspects of these things in a vacuum and miss the bigger picture. They see a victim being mistreated by the system and decide to stand up for that victim. In a specific situation and context, it might be a good thing, but then it gets upscaled and forced on people who are not in agreement, and it causes more harm to people. So I feel no contradiction in my voting for Republicans or Trump and my discipleship with Christ and his teachings. They are not the same. Conservatism, capitalism, meritocracy, freedoms, rights, libertarianism all work at a large scale for all people. At the local level of church and family, I recommend the Bible and Jesus, not through coercion, but only by free will.